governorship candidate of the African Democratic Congress (ADC) in the forthcoming gubernatorial election in Edo State, Engineer Derrick Izedome has reiterated his commitment towards bringing about a change that will banish impunity in the state. The candidate said this while delivering his manifesto during a town hall meeting with the party's state, local government and unit leaders in Edo South Senatorial District. He noted that his government will focus on three main pillars, which are agriculture, industrialization, and infrastructure.
If the white man can understand that in the 1850s, nearly 200 years today, that this place is a unique place where we can industrialize and process our agriculture and then export, why are we not thinking out of the box? Anyway, I'm in politics to first of all put to bed that the mystery or the myth that we cannot produce and feed ourselves and have plenty to invest in our industrialization and our empowerment. That is a lie. I'm also in politics to get rid of predatory government who capture our commonwealth at the top and don't allow it to trickle down. So what I'm going to talk about today is how we are going to take power back and make it such that every one of us at the grassroots are empowered. So firstly, we have to look at Edo State in terms of wards, 192 wards. Now, if you look at how we win elections in Edo State, it's less than 400,000 every year. So we need to think how we can mobilize, I call it community organizing, how we can mobilize at grassroots level, at ward level, and knock on doors and call people and say, look, a change has come to Edo State. Gone are the days of politics of 20,000 naira, 50,000 naira, and after 4 years you don't hear from them anymore. This time, everybody is going to be a stakeholder. In this hall, there are going to be councillors. In this hall, there are going to be House of Representatives. In this hall, there are going to be local government chairmen. And of course, there are going to be contractors who are going to own farms, who are going to own poultries, who are going to do contracts to supply us diesel, to pick the beans from companies that can collect beans from everywhere, every nook and cranny in Edo State. We are going to empower people. But it's not going to be money politics. It's not going to be business as usual. Even if we have the money, that's not the way. Because that is not sustainable. It is a 4-year cycle. That is wrong. What is sustainable is for people to earn a living. I give you a classic example. If you go to Olobode or Yekuriyomo, you can plant cassava. And that cassava, if I put in a small facility to process cassava, 140 tons, I have the numbers here. 150,000 liters per day of ethanol can be extracted from a cassava farm of about 30,000 hectares. Now, if I create a small cluster there of say 20,000 hectares, and I empower individuals here to own 1 hectare per piece, and say, look, plant cassava, hybrid cassava, okay, that can give me 22 tons of cassava per hectare, hybrid. And I create a factory in Wunde here or Yekuriyomo, and say, look, all your cassava, government will buy it from you from the day you plant. You don't need to worry. We will facilitate the loans to give you the wherewithal and the resources to plant. That hub, that facility in Yekuriyomo there can produce, from our calculation, 150 liters of ethanol. 150 liters of ethanol per day is about 45 million liters of ethanol a year. And I'm talking serious numbers here. And you're looking at over $30 million profit to the coffers of government. With that alone, you can transform Edo State. Before now, we were rich people. You have your farm, you feed your family, you are doing okay. But when oil came, something happened. It's called the Dutch disease. Now, what that means is that we started getting cheap money. And that cheap money was subject to what we call rural-urban bias. It's a bias towards the urban center against the rural areas. So all the wealth was coming to the urban centers. And you suddenly made young millionaires, cheap money. People in the rural areas start saying, excuse me, why do I need to be here tilling the ground when I can wear my tie, or I can sit in an office in the city, or be a teacher, or work in the civil service, or work in a bank and earn huge money? So they dumped the tools and they migrated to the city. Now that is okay by itself. But the truth is, when they come to the city, they stop being productive. They were no longer producing the way they used to produce. and they became massive consumers of our oil wealth. We did not produce anymore. So, over time, you see a continuous drift coming to the city to the detriment of our productive capacity. And as we pay these people's salary from oil, they take all that naira and they start buying luxury goods. City dwellers, we like expensive wristwatch, we like expensive things. And we use all those many naira or whatever we get from oil to chase after the little dollar we have. Whereas the real source of dollars is from productive capacity. So we are in government to restore our productive capacity, to go back to the land, produce what we have, process it to add value instead of exporting value, and then export with value and earn dollars and re-empower our people, the rural people, who can then take that money and spread in the wider economy to empower our people. So in a nutshell, that is the economic plan we have.
In his speech, the state chairman of the party, Kenneth Odion, called on the party members to be focused on delivering their candidates, no matter the obstacles they faced over the years. He noted that the aim of the town hall meeting is for them to put heads together to be able to deliver their words for the party come September 21st, 2024.
There is a pattern and there is a way that men have not known. That is why we are here today. I like every one of us to be focused, to be attentive, to listen to His Excellency, the manifesto, the mandate, and the pathway that will lead us to a Osadebe Avenue. Don't be distracted by what you are going through. Don't be distracted by what you think is important, but be focused to know what is available for you now that will help you unravel the mystery of the petitive government that we have been having over the past years.
Thereafter, there was an interactive session where the leaders had the opportunity to ask questions and relate with each other.
The essence of this meeting is for us to put our heads together, rub minds together, to fully be prepared for the upcoming election, which will take place on the 21st of September 2024. As we have heard from our candidates, His Excellency, he has spoken very well to the minds of people. It is for us, with the executive of each local government, to take the message to our people.
Engineer Derrick is just a tip of the iceberg. This is a man that has vast experience on how to manage people. Engineer Derrick is a manager of resources, and there are a whole lot of things so that we are going to turn Edo State from consuming state to become a productive state. That's our mandate.
This meeting is a senatorial meeting to educate the people of the Edo South about the vision of our amiable governorship aspirant. We have weighed all other candidates in Edo State. We have been able to decide to say yes, he's the youngest among every other candidate. That is an advantage to us, and he has the quality the Edo people need to govern Edo State.
And see a young man that is ready to walk. Many has come to deceive, but they have gone. But God has brought this one for us to stand and let us know the truth. And Bible said the truth shall set us free. And today we are happy. All women, we are ready to back him up. And by the grace of God, he will get to that Osadebe Avenue.
Our candidate is a very viable candidate. He has traveled far and wide, and he has viable ideas. If voted in, he will be able to deliver in terms of agriculture and food improvement in the state.
We have full confidence in him, being as an industrialist, a fully gentleman that has the full capacity to deliver all his mandates. So we brought him here today to speak to our people, to let them know one-on-one, have an interaction process with him, to let them know that he is ready. His vision is real. His mission will be accomplished, all by the grace of God.